Hello everyone, it's me Fitz and welcome to my YouTube channel or now I guess you could call me Dr. Brooks, seeing that I'm actually a graduate from dental school now and a licensed dentist. But Fitz is fine. If you want to send me any messages, comments, questions, or whatever, you could actually message me via Instagram at the name below FitzJ3. That's probably the easiest method to get in contact with me. So what's next for me, seeing that I actually graduated dental school about 2, 3 weeks ago? So before I actually started dental school, I applied for and received a health professions scholarship through the Army. I also applied to an advanced education residency, which is what we call AGD, through the Army, and actually got it. So in a few weeks or a couple months or so, I'll be starting that new residency 1 year program. So even though this is my first video that I've posted in a while, I am going to try to keep it as brief as possible. Don't want to bore you guys to death. So real quick, the outline that I'm probably going to follow is one, give you guys a little bit about myself because I realized I never really did that. Secondly, I'll talk about fourth year in a nutshell, just give a general review about that. And then lastly, I would like to close off by just giving general tips about dental school as a whole. All right? All right, so you guys already know that my name is Fitz. I was actually born in Jamaica, right? You could probably tell a little bit by the accent, but my family, my mother, and my sister and I, we moved here when I was around 14 years old. My mom being a single mother, coming to a new country was a big adjustment, starting from scratch and all of that. Trying to go through high school, trying to get done in 3 years instead of four because I wasn't in school for a long period of time. But I say all this just to say that at one point in my high school career, I wasn't really planning on going to college until after a guidance counselor pretty much pulled me aside and say, "Hey, you should probably think about going to college. It's the smart thing to do." So I started going through, ignore that. I started going through looking at different colleges. I applied to 2 colleges, and then I started thinking about a very good profession that I'd like to get into. And long story short, I kind of came up along the path of dentistry. I actually visited my first dentist after I came to the States at 15 years old. And that played a little bit, in terms of why I decided to become a dentist because I just remember the dentist not being as impactful as I thought it should have been, even though I didn't have a procedure or anything like that, just an oral exam. The fact that the encounter with him really wasn't that special, or maybe it was a her, I don't know. But that also played a part in my decision to wanting to become a dentist, along with other factors, which I don't really want to get into right now. All right, so fourth year in a nutshell. I remember starting off fourth year, or even looking towards fourth year. I was like, man, fourth year, I just hate it already. I just don't even want to deal with it. I don't want to think about it. Fourth year is expensive. And in my opinion, third year was one of the best years of dental school in terms of I always compare it to being on a honeymoon. It was a very new point in your dental school career where everything's fun, life is good, you're treating patients for the first time, your schedule is a lot hectic than the first 2 years, and everything just seems magical. And then fourth year comes around, and it's literally like adult life knocking on the door. But when I look back at it in retrospect, um, I don't think it was that bad for me personally because things for me didn't go south. I mean, I was lucky and blessed that all the exams that I took, the licensure board exams and all of that, went pretty smooth. So for me to complain and say I hate fourth year is kind of not good. So as soon as fourth year started, we start studying for or not national board exam, the second part of it. We took the first part back at the end of second year. So now we're studying for national boards part two, and this is also the time where most people start applying for whatever residencies they might be going to or want to go to. So on top of that, studying for boards, we also have to think about now starting the licensure process of becoming a licensed dentist. So after getting through the whole national board section and taking another written exam, the diagnostic skills exam, I think it's called, um, we start practicing for the mock portion um, of the license exam, which at least at my school we give a mock version of the mannequin exam for the licensure. So we take that, and then starting with the springtime now, we actually start getting ready for the live patient portion. And we take again a mock portion on a live patient, and then take the actual live patient one after we do the mock. Because you have to go out, screen patients, try to get patients, reliable people, the correct or the perfect kind of board lesions for you to take this very important exam or of your career. Fourth year is expensive. So on top of having to take care of the live patient portion of the licensure exam, we're also looking to have to take the laws and rules exam, complete your clinical requirements so that you could actually get a degree or diploma, as well as track a case throughout your time in clinic to present to professors, which we call a senior case presentation. All right, so let me just close off now by just giving out some general tips concerning dental school. And so, first things first. One of the things, or one of the more important things in dental school when you start, is to not compare yourself to anyone at all, especially when it comes to your peers. I feel like the only person you should probably be comparing yourself to or competing with is yourself. I know that sounds very, very corny, but comparing yourself to other people is one of the biggest confidence and mood killers you could ever do, and it pretty much sets you up for a lot of failure. Don't do it alone. Seek mentorship. Do it with friends. You have classmates. You guys are in the same boat. Try to lean on other people, confide in other people to make the journey a little bit smoother, and that would also relieve a lot of stress. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Make time for yourself. Find a stress reliever. Don't overstudy. Never lose sight of the reason why you started dental school in the first place. Never lose your self-confidence. It's going to be a lot of disappointments, but just remember, you're here and you're here to stay, and you're going to finish. Set goals. Set goals throughout the day, throughout the week, throughout the semester, throughout the year. One of my daily goals while studying would be to try to stay awake for 10 minutes and go through as much material as I possibly can before I fell asleep. Get involved, get involved, get involved. Be humble, be professional, treat others well. All right, lastly, so this particular thoughts I try to focus on in dental school a lot. Try not to dwell too much on your losses or your failures, and also don't try to celebrate your victories too much. And I say this because sometimes you feel something, you're bummed out, but you got to get up, pull your pants up, and go for it and try to do better than that failure. So learn and experience. Everybody has bad days. Move on from that. And the same thing also goes for your victory. You might do extremely well on something, extremely well in an exam or a procedure, and yay, it's a big confidence booster, but don't let that be something that you dwell on so much that you start getting complacent or comfortable and your work kind of flatlines. So, celebrate it and then move on from it and just try to be better than your loss or your win. All right? All right. That's all, folks. That's all I have to share right now. But just a last little bit, I want to, keep on encouraging people out there who want to start dentistry or start the path along to become a dentist. Keep your head up. You could do it. From someone coming from my background, anything is quite possible. Just, work hard to it. Feel free to hit me up, message me if you have any questions, or if I don't know the answer, I'll try to find out or point you in the direction of someone who knows. And lastly, I must say that I am quite excited. I'm quite excited. I am quite excited about this path that I've chosen to take, being an army dentist. I am very much looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to continue to learn and grow as a dental clinician. I'm also looking forward to meeting new patients, taking care of people. That's something that I really enjoy to do. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's out.